Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be watching Haunting of Hill House episode 8, which is called Witness Marks, which doesn't help much in terms of what's going to happen.
Tells us literally nothing.
We're watching this pretty much off the back of the last one, which we do a lot with this show because it's great. So I still feel a bit jittery from the last episode.
Yeah.
But essentially it was the funeral of Nell, which was part of it. It was there, but it was a lot of the flashbacks.
I've got to
stuff.
say, I thought there was going to be more kind of gut-wrenching eulogy. And for an episode called Eulogy, I thought there was going to be more kind of grand speeches.
But it was Luke's that was amazing, and that really got me, even though it was quite short. It gives a good
speech.
I think it brought some tears to my eyes. So we had some of the funeral. We had a very creepy scene where the mum was in the grave and pulling Luke into there. And that was really frightening. And Luke has now taken Shell's credit card and Theo's car, which they all think he's just gone to
school.
But I think he's gone back to Hill House, which is kind of worse.
So much worse. You can always detox off drugs again. You can't detox off being murdered by the spirits of your sort of family and the hills. And
we did get a lot of answers in the last episode about
terrible answers
that we wanted more from the Dudleys, and we got the whole speech from the man Dudley. I don't know what his name is,
Dudley.
but
Dudley.
His name's not Dudley.
No, Mister.
Yes, well, he literally told us everything, like everything about his backstory and the stuff with the house. So that cleared up a lot. The flashbacks in the house is leading more towards the final night. So the mum is scattered. She's acting really strange. She nearly killed him at night by holding a screwdriver to his throat. So that was quite odd. But, they also had a conversation. Well, the dad had a conversation with the vision of the mum that he sees, where she said that the last days didn't count because they were really happy. They were talking about the marriage thing, and they were like, "Oh, didn't we set a good enough example because we were a really happy marriage," which they clearly were. Yeah. But the last few nights didn't count because that wasn't us, which means that they were possessed by something else in the house.
I'm leaning towards the spirit of the Hill family.
Yeah.
I mean, we see they clearly ended badly. One died of the plague, and then one bricked themselves up inside a wall. Yeah. So.
We found out that obviously that happened to the Dudleys and him and his wife, where it really messed with them inside the house as well. So it's good to not spend any time there. We got a bit of backstory about what kind of happened on the last night, in the sense that he thought that Liv had gone away, but she wasn't. She was in the house, so it means she'd kind of been drawn back. And we saw the other body that was found, that was the Daddy Hill, we think.
Bowler hat
man, who had bricked himself inside the wall, but the police had already found that body, so we were a bit confused at the beginning of the episode that there was a second body from that night, but it's actually a different night. I don't know why I was really questioning him about that.
What if that was a fake out?
What if there is
What if the body in the wall isn't the other body he was talking about?
Don't.
Sorry.
that just freaked me out. I think we did a really long recap in the last episode, so if we continue talking about everything right now, we're just going to go down that rabbit hole again.
I really was trying to start watching.
Yeah.
I need to know. I mean, that last shot of him on the final night heading towards the Red Room and the door was now open.
Yeah.
That is everything we've wanted since episode 1 and everything we've feared to have since episode 1.
I'm a little bit frightened for this.
You're not the only one.
Because the last one was the first one that actually genuinely did scare me in a few points, so I think there's probably going to be more of that. Can't speak. So let's just get into it. That's going to be great. Well, guys, if you like our reactions, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you're notified of any future uploads as soon as they come up. If you want to talk to us over on Twitter as well, the link is down below in the description. Without any further ado, let's get into it, shall we?
Yeah, let's do this thing. Red Room.
Shut up. Don't.
I've been trying for 2 years and 4 months.
We're going to find out why they broke up.
Possibly not.
What?
That
Is that Nell?
might be likely. That means
Shirley.
IVF.
Shirley?
Very often the genetic testing.
No, yeah, I think that's...
Steven, when can we schedule your test?
Which test?
When did you last ejaculate?
A week.
No, it's 2 weeks.
Oh.
Really?
We'll need to
Awkward.
re-
Is it
I think that's the
Shell?
mum. That's the mum.
Is it?
Yep.
Steve.
It looked more like Shirley or Theo to me, but...
No, I don't want to cancel it. I just want a usage alert. So you'll text me next time it's used?
Good
Oh,
call.
smart. It's going to be near Hill House.
Does he have your PIN?
Are you kidding?
Why would he try an ATM?
I'm sorry, Steve. Do you have a better suggestion?
That's why I don't
He
think
took
he's
the card
picking
to
up
use
dope.
He didn't have to break the house.
He didn't.
He didn't.
He did.
Me neither. Someone ask you what you think, Theodora? Sorry. If it wasn't Luke, who was it?
Maybe one of your kids.
Or maybe it was the guy who just stole a car to put a needle in his arm.
Worried about a lot more than that. Suicides can cluster, especially twins.
Mm-hmm.
Where would he go?
He could be anywhere.
Where do you think?
He was picked up off Matt's Ave a few times.
Methadone mile.
Oh, that's where he got him the
Police to
first time.
cats.
Come
We're
on.
really not going to tell them what we saw.
Oh, it's new for her, is it? I mean, she's not been the most transparent with it. And he is going with her. So hopefully they'll
Yeah.
talk, and hopefully so will Theo and Shell.
I just want to help.
I just want to help.
Oh.
Look, bud, I know you do, but I'm gonna start using some really strong chemicals down here. I could use your help with something. Your mom's gonna go to your Aunt Janet's, and I could really use your help watching your brother and your sisters.
There, I got you.
He's such a good kid.
No, they've got such a great relation between them. I don't understand how it's I
you
know
do.
perfectly how it's got how it is, but it's just sad to see it.
So they've got loads of other people working in the house.
Yep, which
Maybe,
could be
maybe
one of the
there
bodies.
is another body, yeah.
Apparently, Mario is painting the wall.
Oh, God.
Sweetheart, of course you're safe with me.
Mom, you okay?
Where are the twins?
Downstairs.
She wasn't talking about Nell and Luke.
But he must remember this stuff, Stephen.
He just thinks it's his mum descending into madness.
Well, yeah, I guess.
What's going on with you and Lee? What do you mean? How's your marriage?
Jesus
Yeah, I wasn't
Christ,
I
Dad,
just-
you're out of line.
When I thought to myself, you know what? I'm gonna ask my son about his life. What's wrong with
It doesn't
that?
work that way, Dad.
Kind of does.
Oh, that's
Your mom and I
sad.
were married 15 years. She used to say she was the kite and I was the line. And she'd say that without me, she'd become the tether and she would float away up into the... And then without her, I would just crash, just drop right down to the ground. But together, we separated. Briefly, we separated. Stupidest thing I ever did. You know, I finally came to my senses and knocked on the door. She answered it. Her arms around me. She kissed me. She forgave me with her eyes. And she handed you to me. I had you in one arm and her in the other, and that was it. Yeah, and we still fought sometimes. It's different. We fought with love. She told me that. I hope really you get to experience that sometime. You know, look, we weren't perfect, but we were always kind. And I love her today just as much as I did in the beginning.
Jesus.
So whatever you
Sad.
need to fix between you and Lee, I really hope you do.
The writing is so good on this show.
Mm.
Oh, it's
You
a
guys have fun.
fucking Halloween.
Oh, it's Halloween. Oh, God, it's the Daredevil mask, isn't it?
Also looks quite a lot like the mask that the Beehive was built around in episode 2.
When I get back.
How? You'll be back at the hotel.
Oh,
Okay.
she just closes herself off, doesn't
Yeah.
she?
Let's go.
Turn off the porch light. I can't handle trick-or-treaters tonight.
I love you.
You guys have fun.
Oh. She's bad at the I wish she would communicate a bit more, but
Kind of feels like the dad needs to have that conversation with her, not with Steve.
I don't like this. I don't like her being there on her own on the floor.
Yeah. Surrounded by Liv's Forever House, the most ironically named
Is it the same
item in
one?
existence. I think so.
I didn't know she'd
Look, it's graveyard dirt. Look at it.
Just going to ignore it because it's thinks it's trick-or-treaters.
Yeah. But then
Sorry, no candy here.
What if it's Luke? Well, it's not going to be, but...
Goddamn lights off.
so it's not trick-or-treaters.
She's going to go back to the house. It'll be broken again or something.
Yeah.
We're not gonna fight him like this.
You didn't have to come.
Yeah, I did. I can't lose anyone else. And one day when you have children, you'll understand that.
Oh,
Having children.
oh, that's the problem, isn't it?
That's a shame. Your kids are the best thing in my life. Everything I did, I
did to protect us. I know. Yeah. Just like you protected Mom.
Here we go.
I saw the police reports. Her skull cracked like a melon. She had bruises. There were bruises on her upper arms because someone grabbed her pretty hard.
Okay, Steve.
And a contusion on the back of her head from being shoved into a wall. Her ankle was twisted. She was limping. She was bruised to hell, depressed out of her mind, unmedicated, untreated, and abandoned. She was sick. She was sick in her mind, and the one person that was supposed to take care of her didn't do goddamn thing.
He did try.
I miss her.
Well, she's probably in the back of a car, so.
I miss her too.
It's certainly beautiful. Where did you find it?
Oh, Mrs.
The game
Dudley.
room.
The what room?
You know, I think a little paint. Maybe
game
fix
room?
those drawers, and she might really love it.
Oh,
I thought so. This must have been Poppy's.
Poppy?
the other child.
Poppy Hill. She was William's wife. She was insane. So was he. They met in the mental institution.
Did you know her?
Oh, yes. She was just as crazy, just older.
She was at the wedding as well. The
Yeah.
scary redneck lady wedding. But yeah, when they was talking about the accident report about the mum, I kind of implied that she was alive when they all left, which we didn't think she was. Oh, no. No.
Is that just dirt?
Isn't that the black mould?
Yeah, that seems to be on that house. We thought it was grave dirt, but
I
is
don't
it?
think it is.
Oh fuck!
Just take the fucking candy and go.
Oh, they knocked this time. Well, Theo's got to be close by, right? She's just in the other house. Does she think it's Theo? Is she
You're
gonna
very
go over
clever.
there?
How about you try another house? I'm not in the fucking mood. What the fuck do you want?
I was just coming to apologize.
Oh, it wasn't her.
Who were you yelling at?
Some fucking kids or...
She would have been there.
She knows that that's not what happened.
Yep.
Wait,
Not now. I can explain. I doubt that. Shouldn't you be
I
packing?
know what it looked like last night.
You're making out with my husband.
He pushed me away.
Is that supposed to make this better? It wasn't even him. It wasn't about him. It's about you getting out of my guest house.
You are impossible.
Oh, I'm sorry. Have I offended you?
You are always throwing it in my face that I live in your guest house.
Won't happen again.
I choose to live there, Shirley. You ice people out. You always have.
I ice people out? Have you met yourself?
So I chose to live there to help try and keep you warm. You don't have to live in your guest house. I am a fucking doctor.
You're a fucking slut.
Just need you to know that it wasn't Kevin's fault. All of us are just always helping you keep up this idea in your head. But we're just a bunch of fuck-ups fucking up. No! You do not just get to shove me up your... Did you just punch me in the boob?
Yeah. You kiss my husband, that's what you get. You get punched in the fucking boob.
And you get evicted from my fucking house.
It's like when they were both in the room together in the house.
The knocking's back. He's about to bring them together again.
I'm scared. Oh, this is what happened in the house with the pipes.
Yeah.
It's going to be the usage of the card, isn't it? Oh, I can't take this.
Cheryl?
The card got used near the Hill House.
He used the card at a gas station.
I'll text you the address. Amherst is on the way.
You guys are gonna stay there. We're gonna go to Amherst.
No, all go.
If he's stopping in Amherst, he's heading... Tell them what just happened.
Come on.
Some fucking kids playing a prank. That's not the only thing like that that's happened here tonight. I think Luke is going to the house.
Of course he is. Last time I saw Mom, the look in her eye, I've seen that look in Noah and Luke. Hell, I've seen that look in the mirror.
So you think you saw it in the mirror? That's why you think you'll never have kids.
Yeah, I'm never having children. I made sure.
He had a vasectomy.
Right out of college. And it was the right call, believe me, because if I ever doubted it...
That's why they can't have kids.
I've been hallucinating this week.
Oh,
Oh,
You really did?
Yeah.
Before you met Lee?
that explains.
Tell her.
Yeah.
yeah. And they've been trying to have all this
Yeah,
stuff. And
having
it's nothing's
IVF and
working.
shit.
Yeah.
I kept thinking I'll tell her later. Now's not the time. And then we were trying. She was so upset it wasn't working. I thought I was being kind. I really thought that.
How?
You want to tell me more about the cut in the line? Tell me what a shitty husband I was.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, son.
This is beautiful. You did this by yourself.
Fun, I cheer you up. I know you're taking a little vacation. Wanted to cheer you up. How long are you going to be gone?
Not long, honey. I just need a little time away. This is perfect. Thank you. I love it.
I think she's the most sensitive out of all of them, really, with the, oh, God.
Mom?
Oh.
This is an older picture. You would have been wearing a suit about an hour ago. Did he come in?
Yeah, I think so. He filled up his Jeep, and then he filled up some cans, like 5 cans.
5 cans, you said?
He's going to burn the house down.
Oh.
Good man.
That's smart.
Yeah.
But...
What are you doing?
I'm driving.
This is my rental.
Is he going to use the car and himself in it, though? He filled up his Jeep just to get there?
Yeah.
Or?
Jesus, Dad, slow down.
In more danger now than he's ever been.
Yeah.
And if he tries to burn it, it will defend itself.
That's why it got worse, because he was taking it apart.
Listen to me. It's a lot you don't know. For 20 years, I've been holding the door closed because I knew there were monsters on the other side. Do you understand me?
Not even a little.
Our family is like an unfinished meal to that house.
Oh,
That
it was
house is
creepy.
the most dangerous place in the world for all of us, especially for you.
For me?
Yeah, you.
Why?
Because of what you wrote and how you wrote it. You think you know what you saw?
I've got chills
You think
all over.
You know what you wrote? I know you saw a ghost. That little story about the vanity you painted for your mother.
I saw Mom smash that glass for no reason.
Before that, you found the vanity in the game, and you walked by the man repairing the clock, and then you saw your mother looking into the twins' rooms.
Textbook dissociative and such.
Not her, the man repairing the clock.
Why isn't he noticing it?
What about it?
Do you know what witness marks are? They're basically evidence of repairs that have been done to the clock. Witness marks tell the story of the piece, if you know how to read them. The clock hadn't been touched since the 60s.
You hired a slew of workers.
For that clock, I did. Knowing if I had, it would have taken specialists, and there's only a handful in the world who know how to do it right. And they keep it off-site. No one touched that clock. There was no man there, and certainly not one in old overalls with a handlebar mustache. That man wasn't there.
I'm freaking out.
You probably just... You see the marks, but you don't know how to read them. I never built you kids' treehouse.
What?
All the time. I used to go fetch you for dinner.
Flipping the house. How would I even have the time to build you kids a goddamn treehouse?
Maybe he was already there.
There was no treehouse. And I'm very sorry you have to be taking all this in right now, but you have to. You understand? You have to, because your brother's life.
That's why it's made him drive. That's why he's driving.
I can't fucking take this.
I thought they were all going to go. I wanted them all to go, but now...
I cannot.
Oh, they are going.
Of course they are.
I've got so many chills.
Yeah.
Are you right?
No.
I'm not perfect, you know. I know. So go ahead and tell me. I touched Nell's body the night before.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you? I wasn't telling you. I'm trying to tell you. I don't need to hear your excuses. I'm not making excuses. I saw.
Oh! Whoa!
Did you see it?
You ought to know I did it. I touched Nell because I had to know. You know what happens when I touch people. A part of me
So I'd have
knows
been
all I had.
just afraid. I just need to know there's another person
I
here.
had to know. I touched her and I felt nothing. And it spread everywhere in me, this nothing, until I couldn't feel anything anymore. I was just this black hole. And then I tried to mourn at the wake and I felt nothing. And so I drank and nothing worked. After I touched her skin, I couldn't feel anything. And then we're in the basement and the lights go out and I'm in this ocean of nothing. And I wonder if this is it, if this is what death is. And I wondered if that's what she felt and that's what Mom feels, and it's just nothing. And then the lights came on and there he was, and I didn't see him. And then he stopped me and he said no, and then I saw him and then you walked in. So glad I did it though, because it worked. I started feeling things again and I felt shame. So fucking scared that I was gonna lose the only sister that I had left. And I am so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm not okay. What the fuck?
We both full on screamed.
I can't. What's going on? Oh, fucking this is Luke.
I can't have time to process anything.
This episode has just been non-stop. Like, oh my god.
They're at the house. Oh no, it's Luke. Oh, I didn't even think. I just thought it was Steve and the dad, but it's Luke on his own. But he said that Steve is the biggest risk. That's the worst. Oh, fucking hell.
Come on, Luke.
No.
Oh no.
Why is it red?
It's defending itself.
Oh, Luke. God, no. Oh, so much of me wants to turn this off right now. I just...
Luke, you fucking hero. You can do it, man.
I love Luke. He's
So
doing
much.
so well.
He is.
Are you in? But is he in? Is he gonna?
He is.
Just get away from the fire. Oh shit!
It's like there's like
Nothing
snow on
happened.
the floor. It just.
Oh my god.
Oh
no! No, don't go there. Oh.
Oh Jesus Christ!
No.
Don't
end.
you fucking
Please
dare!
don't end.
Oh my god!
So.
What the fuck was that?
In that last episode, and I said, oh, I've not been that scared from it before, and those two bits scared me a little bit, and then I was like, oh, but not enough to like really shit me up or give me nightmares or anything. I'm fucking terrified right now.
We need to go watch some fucking My Little Pony or something.
Rhaegar's come to comfort me.
Yes, good cat.
We both screamed
Yeah,
at that point.
I feel sorry for sort of the neighbours and people. That was... What the fuck?
You remember in the episode 1 where I was like, or episode 2, and I was like, oh, it's not that scary.
Yeah.
But it is really, the story's really good. And I was like, but that's how they suck you in, right? They get you really invested into the damn thing, and then they bring out the bloody jump scares. Oh my god.
Do you remember when the worst thing we had to worry about was some cats with freaky eyes?
Oh.
I miss those days.
I mean, I didn't like the cats either, because I have a cat, but honestly, oh, thank you, baby, for coming over, because Mummy is scared. Mummy's afraid. What the...
That was just relentless.
It was, and it was like... It was just brutal, because that scare in the car was fucking terrifying. That shut us up so badly.
bad.
We both screamed, and then you didn't even get a second to try and calm yourself down after that, because instantly it went, like, Theo went into a massive emotional monologue, which was just incredible
So
and
good.
beautiful,
So
and also
good.
so chilling. There are so
So
many
bad.
parts
Just-
in this episode where my whole body has just been shivering. Like,
Yeah.
I've just fully got the chills, and it's terrified me to my very core. You were just and then you started laughing hysterically like you're doing now, which is kind of creeping me out.
I'm sorry.
And were you like, you had tears? Were you crying of sadness, or just the overwhelm biting me? That's really helpful right now. Are you absolutely? Are you for real? I've had a hard day. Okay. I'm covered in cat fur now, so there we go. Will you make some words and stop?
I can't. I've got to say, like...
What's your explain to me what's your emotional... What's happening to you right now?
Overloaded. That was relentless and brutal and perfect. Like, the amazing, car-based... But even before that, the whole ride with Stephen and Hugh in the car was brilliant. You had his really touching speech about how the mother was the kite and he was the string, and how they were meant to be, and like, oh yeah, we broke it. And like, he was really trying to kind of put the message across to Stephen, like, things aren't totally ruined. You can fix things. You can argue with love, and that was great. And he's like, no, you can't go to Hill House. It's the most dangerous place for you right now. He hits us with there was no repair. Like, Mario was not there fixing the clock. That was a fucking ghost.
That was like new information to us and stuff we didn't know.
And the worst thing is, like, again, like you're saying, we didn't even get a chance to that was bad.
We didn't see
and then he
the
goes right
person.
from that into what treehouse?
Yeah, and we
What
did
the hell?
see the treehouse because I don't
We
think
did.
we saw a man working on the clock.
I did. I thought he was painting the wall, but he was fixing the Mario, the guy with the big hand on the glasses.
Oh,
Yeah, that guy. That was a fucking ghost. I thought it was Mario. No, it's a ghost.
Because there were people helping in the
Yeah,
house,
but there was
they
no one
weren't
working on the clock. And then we saw inside the treehouse. There was pictures all over the wall. There was the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've been inside the treehouse multiple times. So where the fuck were they? Where were they when they were inside the treehouse?
I would like to go back 2 hours, not have watched this. That was, yeah, the way they flipped it. And I mean, we said that in one of the earlier episodes, like, I wonder if it's actually all on Steve because he's the one that's not seeing the ghosts or whatever. And then, this show is done so well. Like, the way he was like, they were in there and he's like, oh, he's going to torch the house. I'm driving. Why? You know, I thought it was just because he knows a quicker way to get there.
I thought he wanted to kind of put the pedal to the metal.
Yeah,
metal.
But instead it was so that Steve wouldn't crash into a tree when he told him all of this insane stuff. And the way he was just like, I mean, he should have told them a lot earlier than that.
Yeah.
When he's like, I thought I was protecting you, but how are you protecting them by not giving them a real explanation for the crazy shit that they see? Like, that's a bad point for him because...
I mean, he thought he was protecting Steve, but really, by keeping him in the dark, that's not protecting him.
No, it's not. It didn't protect Nellie. Like, if they'd all known that they were just all confirmed in the fact that they've seen this stuff, and it was from the house, I think all of their lives, I mean, it would have been depressing and scary, but they would have been able to deal with stuff a lot better. And the dad, while he's been on his own and has been talking to the mum for ages and hasn't been with the kids, like, he knows what's going on. He knows when he sees those things. He was holding Theo, protecting her. He was freaked out by it, but he knew what they were and why they were there. And if the rest of them had known that, they would have been able to deal with a lot of this stuff better, and maybe Nellie wouldn't have died.
I mean, we know from the end of Bent Neck Lady, from that horrible wedding dance tea party scene, all she wanted was to be believed. All the kind of the ghost versions of the family were saying, yeah, we were right, we trust you, we believe you. If he could have just told her that he understood and that he totally believed her, that it may not have saved her.
But I think
it
knew,
would have helped.
Because the scene when they speak before she goes to the house and he says, oh, do you remember? She says, remember, and she says, oh, she's back. And the dad kind of knows. Like, I think there is a bit of an understanding between them about the ghosts. But, I mean, I'm sorry, but that car scene was a cheap jump scare, to be honest. It was. And I wasn't even like mad at it because of it. They've been doing it throughout, but looking back at it, like, that was unnecessary.
It was.
I mean, it was obviously so that Theo could be like, did you see that? Do you know what's happening to us right now? We know that it's true. And it's like they've all known that they've all had these wonders for ages and no one's ever talked about it. And now they're all just going, no, let's fucking talk about it. But that was a cheap jump scare.
It was.
And it worked. It scared the
worked
fucking
way too
shit
well.
out of us.
What the actual fuck?
And yeah, the explanation, the whole explanation from the dad was just insane. Like, and the fact that the thing that shit me up the most was that he was like, you're in the most danger. But someone's got Luke now.
Yeah.
I really don't want Luke to die. No. I kind of want to protect him the most out of all of them. It's not fair on those two little kids and what they had to go through. But so he knows that the house is defending itself. So I guess when he started breaking it to bits because of the wetness or whatever, that's why the house got angrier and angrier and stuff started ramping up and it was hurting them, I guess.
Yeah. Fighting back.
Because maybe... So, Liv is really sensitive, right? And she seems to keep getting drawn back to this house. So maybe, and they weren't themselves in the end or whatever. So maybe the house used Liv to defend itself against him. And
Very
he
possible.
had to stop her
Yeah.
by bludgeoning her. So it was like he did actually kill her, but he didn't kill her. He just had to save everyone. By her then becoming possessed and being used as the weapon from the house, because she seems to be the most
connected.
Sucked in and in and ingrained in what's going on in the house.
It seems like Theo has the touch. We know this has been established. Like, she can touch things and she can intuit them. But it seems like Liv kind of has that same power, but it's always on. She doesn't have to touch on. She just is constantly reading, like, kind of auras, or like she's reading the feel of the house. So it was like a sort of like a plug hole, and the evil of the house is just all constantly pouring into her.
She sees everything.
There, I'm sorry.
But she sees everything. And she's like she said that she's like she sees them all. She's aware that they're all just there, you know, and she's just like hanging out with them. Really, it's really creepy. The other creepy thing was obviously when Theo said that when she touched Nell, she felt nothing. Like, what does that mean?
Jeez,
because
that was bad.
Yeah, she said that the worst thing was that she just felt nothing anywhere. But what does that mean? Like, does that mean that's how Nellie felt her whole life? Like she said, is that all there is when it's when it's your time? But then it's kind of the opposite of what I thought she would feel. I thought she would feel a lot of the stuff going on, not that she would feel nothing. And I don't know what that means. Like,
what does it mean, nothing? No, I really thought she was going to be like, oh, I saw Mum back killing Nell, and like I was prepared for a revelation of that level, but I was not prepared for just like that heartbreak of like there was nothing, just void of nothingness. Like, fuck, for someone who has to protect herself because she constantly feels these things, to just literally feel nothing for
and
like
that to
3
be the
days
most jarring
afterwards.
thing that's actually happened to her.
And now, like, remember at the end of that episode where she was in bed with her special lady.
She said it took over.
Yeah, like, when she was in bed with the lady whose name she told him up front, and she was like, touch me, and we're like, oh, she wants to feel something. But no, she wants to know that she can even still feel people.
And she
still
couldn't.
She could feel nothing.
That answers a little bit about when she came to the funeral, because that was... No, it doesn't really. No, so, okay. So it's still only been those 2 occasions.
Yeah.
And then there's also the lady whose mirror, whatever it was, the
flapper girl.
Yeah, she was insane, and said, oh, she was insane, but she said is the flapper girl the mum of the house?
I don't think so.
But I thought she was married to William Hill, who I thought was the one that had bricked himself in.
Was he?
I don't know. When the graves were outside, there were a lot of them.
Yeah.
So maybe we're trying to place them in possessing the kids and things like that, but really there's just loads of them. There's a bunch of people in this house. It doesn't really matter who's who.
Basically, I think there was Plague Lady and there was Bowler Hat Man. And they were like the matriarch and patriarch.
I thought Plague Lady was super old, but I suppose Bowler Hat Man was quite old as well. Yeah.
Don't forget, he bricked himself up. Like, that may not...
So it's him that... Yeah.
He may have died when he was like 40 or something, and then she lived on longer as Plague Lady. And she was bedbound for years afterwards. So they have, we believe, 3 kids, one of whom is potentially Abigail, one of whom is potentially the boy in the wheelchair, and one of whom is, I believe, William, the crazy guy who married Flapper Girl.
Right.
I think.
And both of them were crazy and in
an
asylum, but then they came back to live there.
Yeah.
And
that kind of throws my plans off.
But then I was like, is the craziness manifesting itself through the house, or is the house just evil? That's kind of what I want. It's kind of a chicken and an egg situation for me, whether it's the house or the hills.
Mm.
Which went crazy first? Yeah, who was first? Did the hills and their craziness bring that to the house, or did the house itself just do that to the hills, and it's just going through another family now? Because it's that thing we're trying to associate it with the house. Is it the house that's doing it? Is it the people that were actually crazy, and they're the people that it's...
Oh my god, this show can't keep doing this.
This is the first episode that's made me like
hate myself.
Instantly regret asking to watch another episode.
Yeah.
Like, once we were halfway through and I was like, I don't want to watch this anymore.
And yeah, shout out.
Should have stayed
to
on the
Luke
last
again.
episode where it's like, but just before Luke leaves, like they all lived in a happy life together and nobody else died.
Luke's a fucking hero trying to take out Hill House.
Well, he is, but he's stupid on his own.
But I just have to say,
he looked awesome though
he
when
did,
he was
yeah.
in there. Like,
I don't want to say this, but I kind of have to. I said from the start that gross zombie guy in the basement was his future, and that guy did look a bit like a crispy critter.
but then the fire just went out straight away.
Doesn't mean it
But
won't
also,
come
why
back.
was the lights in the house red? Like, that was freaky.
And then like we saw kind of quite nice looking, weirdly plant covered Liv, like, welcome home. And then fucking zombie Liv was like, surprise, gah! And then it ended because this show is made by utter arseholes.
Was it Liv that grabbed him from the back? Because
I
it
don't
didn't
know,
look
it was
like
too
her.
far. I think it was either Liv or Nell, I just couldn't quite
I didn't
tell.
think it was either of them. I thought it was Crazy Flapper Girl or one of those.
Oh.
I
Shit.
It's hard to say happen quickly and my brain's like there, but I think at the time when I was looking, it wasn't one of them.
At this
that
point, I
grabbed
just
him.
assume every creepy ghost woman is either
But then
Liv
if the
or
house
Nell.
is defending itself, maybe it's more likely to defend itself with the older people that live in the house.
Mm.
Because if they are the chicken or the egg, whichever came first, then they're tied to the house that doesn't have a tree house.
It does not have a tree house.
Or dogs.
Or dogs.
Or rats.
It just has
Me shitting myself.
horrible memories infused into every strut and nail and tile of that fucking hellhole.
I can't believe this show. Honestly, I have never... I don't know if I've ever watched a show. And that's just one season. I don't know if I've ever watched a show that has taken me on this kind of journey in this range of emotions.
No.
You know, there's a few... I'm trying to think of one season kind of things. Obviously, Band of Brothers is one of my favourite shows. Very different show, very emotional. But this one just, and that you kind of know what happens. It's whereas this one just is blowing my mind on every single episode, and really shitting me up.
Just that fucking car scene.
Yeah, it was a cheap
It
jump
was,
scare looking back
yeah.
on it, but at the same time it fucking worked. We both I screamed. I didn't actually know that watching something on TV could do that to me. That's never happened before, where I've just full on screamed. And my poor cat was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I just buried in all of that the revelation that Stephen's a member of the Seedless Grapes Club and didn't tell his wife.
Yeah, well, it makes sense. And
Why she dumped his ass,
but then, fucking IVF and birth control stuff is expensive, especially in America, and they're going through all of that. But then did she find out, is that why she dumped him, or was it because he just seemed so disassociated when it came to the children thing? Because he wasn't paying attention in the meetings, We don't know what actually was but it stemmed from that issue, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's all kind of related, really.
Yeah, but whether it's actually finding out that he,
I'm guessing she'll be like, why aren't you engaging? And he's like, because I've had my nuts snipped off. And that's when she will sort of freak out and tell him.
I mean, they're not snipped off, otherwise.
Yeah, I know.
She would have noticed that. Just saying.
Replace them with golf balls.
Okay. I think I'm done. Without just word vomit for the next few hours.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else to say?
No, I am.
I had to literally reach out and just touch her arm at one point because I just was frightened.
That was...
Okay.
That was ridiculous, and I loved and hated every single second of that episode.
Same. Same.
I can't stop laughing.
Well, guys, almost can't do this now. If you liked our reactions, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you're notified of any future uploads as soon as they come up. Talk to us on Twitter, the link is down below in the description. And otherwise, send virtual hugs because we need them right now. Take care, keep the lights on.